Do you ever feel like you're not good enough? That your flaws and imperfections hold you back from being who you want to be? We live in a world that often demands perfection, and it's easy to feel ashamed of the parts of us that are broken. This is a short story for anyone who has ever felt that way. It's a story about a simple water bearer and a lesson that could change the way you see yourself forever. In a small, sun-drenched village in the hills, there lived a man named Rajan. Every morning, Rajan's job was to walk from his master's house down to the stream, fill 2 large clay pots with water, and carry them back up the hill. The pots hung on either end of a long wooden pole that he balanced across his shoulders. One of the pots was perfect, was smooth, strong, and always delivered a full portion of water. The other pot, however, had a long crack running down its side. For 2 years, this was Rajan's daily routine. And every day he would arrive at his master's house with the perfect pot full and the cracked pot only half full. The perfect pot was proud of its accomplishments, but the poor, cracked pot was deeply ashamed of its own imperfection. It felt miserable that it could only do half of what it was made for. The pot felt it was failing Rajan every single day. The silence on their walks was filled with the pot's unspoken apology, feeling of inadequacy that Rajan had started to feel as his own. He began to see himself as an inefficient servant, delivering less than he should. After 2 years of what he perceived as bitter failure, the weight of this shame became too much for Rajan to bear. One morning, as he stood by the stream, he looked at the cracked pot and said, "I must apologize to my master. I cannot continue like this." He walked to his master, an old wise woman named Anjali, and bowed his head. "Master," he said, his voice heavy with guilt, "I must apologize. For 2 years, this cracked pot has caused me to deliver only half its load of water. Because of its flaw, you do not get the full value of my efforts. I have failed you." The old woman listened patiently, a gentle smile on her face. She did not look angry or disappointed. Instead, she said, "Rajan, on our walk back to your hut this evening, I want you to do something for me. I want you to look closely at the path." Rajan was confused, but he agreed. What could the path possibly have to do with his failure? That evening, as they walked back from the stream, Rajan did as he was told. He looked down at the dusty trail, then he saw it. On one side of the path, the side where he carried the perfect pot, there was only dry dust. But on the other side, the side where he carried the cracked pot, a beautiful line of wildflowers grew. There were vibrant blues, sunny yellows, and deep purples, creating a river of colorful life that followed the path all the way up the hill. Rajan stopped and stared in amazement. He had walked this path 1,000 times, but had never truly seen it. Anjali put a gentle hand on his shoulder. "Did you see the flowers, Rajan?" she asked softly. "And did you notice that they only grow on your side of the path? The side of the cracked pot?" She continued, "I've always known about the crack. I knew it leaked water every day, so I used it. I planted flower seeds on that side of the path, and every day, as you walked from the stream, you have watered them. Because of this pot that you were so ashamed of, I have been able to pick these beautiful flowers to decorate my home. Without this pot being exactly the way it is, there would be no this beauty to grace our village." Rajan's heart swelled. He looked down at the cracked pot, and for the first time, he didn't see failure. He saw a beautiful scar that had a purpose he never imagined. His perceived weakness was actually the source of unexpected beauty in life. He realized his master hadn't just been paying him for the water he delivered, but for the garden he unknowingly tended every day. From that day on, Rajan carried the 2 pots with a new sense of pride. He knew that while one was perfect, the other had a unique purpose, born from its imperfection. Like Rajan's pot, we all have our own cracks and flaws. We live in a world that tells us to hide them, to fix them, to be ashamed of them. But this story teaches us a different lesson. It shows us that our imperfections can be our greatest strengths. They are what make us unique. Sometimes it is through our cracks that we are able to water the seeds of kindness, creativity, and beauty in the world around us in ways we never expected. So do not be ashamed of your scars. Don't hide your flaws. Embrace them. They are a part of your story, and they may be the very thing that allows you to bring something beautiful and unique into this world.